Um, Good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are coming, calling from or zooming from. Um, I just want to say thank you to uh, Julie, Julie Wong, and she has been an inspiration. And I told her one day when she came to see me that it was difficult to reach out to people. And she says she knows how to reach out to people. And so here I am. Um, so I just want to say, um, repeat something that I had said to you on a letter, and a way to connect and a way to manage and maneuver through these challenging times. And I think about a river. I live on a river, and there are some places where it's difficult to navigate. And this is one of those times. And how to navigate that, because we tend to just feel frustrated, feel victimized, feel powerless. And there are ways that we can overcome this. So I know most of you who have been clients of mine for many years. I've been in practice for 30 years, and through my years of practice, I will say this: I've never gotten sick from anyone. People who come in to see me and they're coughing, or even when they're on the telephone, they call me and they say, hey, I got this flu, I got this thing. Should I cancel? I said, no, that's when you best come on my table. So just to help you navigate these times. And so I'm going to share a whole bunch of things with you. And one of the first things I would like you all to have your hands over your heart and listen. Who does all this terror and fear belong to? And I bet it isn't yours. So wherever you've been buying into and taking it in as if it's yours, will you like to destroy and uncreate that? Yes? 1, 2, 3. It's not yours. If you take it in and make it yours, you're going to have to process it. So if it's not yours, it's like, who's this dirty underwear belong to? If it's not yours, you don't have to wash it, okay? That's simple. There's lots of stuff going on. Media is ramping things up. So you say, well, who does this belong to? Maybe Mr. Trudeau. And 1, 2, 3. And when I say this to you, I say this to you because you are a biocomputer. You take things in and you let things go. You receive things and you let things go. So what happens is when something comes by, you have a choice. You have a choice to say, yummy, yummy, let me take this in. Or do I say, well, that's interesting. Not for me, thank you. 1, 2, 3. It's that simple. And I would like to share a bunch of techniques that will help you raise your frequency. So most of us know that, to take vitamins, to take, herbs and things. Yes, they actually raise your vibration. So continue doing that. But if you have nothing, you can just raise your vibration right now. So I want you to imagine in this moment that you, whatever energy you are, just imagine you just go double. So, because when we have negativity come to us and we feel small, we're going to get pummeled. Okay? And when we feel empowered, and huge, which is who we really are, then what happens is things will fall off of us. So I want you just to breathe in and make yourself energetically big. So I'm going to start right now with something that's very simple. And some of you have trees in your vision, and I'm surrounded. I live in the forest. So I want you to imagine yourself a magnificent tree. And I want you to breathe in right down into your belly. And breathe right down into your hip bones and right down into your thighs and your knees and your lower legs, right down to your feet and down into your little toes. And feel those little toes, little rootlets going deep into the earth. When we feel supported and nurtured from the Earth Mother, we will feel safe. And when we feel safe, we will see the world differently. So just keep on breathing long and deep, allowing those roots of your legs going deep and the rootlets of your toes going deep into the earth. And continue just allowing the energies of the earth to come up through those roots. And your body will know exactly what you need and what you don't. So just allow. Bringing your awareness to the root chakra. And for those who don't know what chakras are, they're energy vortices. And they are relating to the various endocrine systems in your body. But right now, just be aware of the color red. And feel that color red just down into your legs and down into your toes. Feeling the roots and your root center at the perineum or between your reproductive organs and your anus. Just breathe in there. Feel the red energy, vitality, support, security. Now bring your awareness a little further up into the dantian, which is just below your belly button, and it's relating to the kidneys. So this is very, very important. All the fear and terror in the world right now is putting a lot of stress on your adrenals and your kidneys. So breathe in there and breathe in the orange color. and continuing allowing the energy in your second chakra to fill and overfill, and then bring your awareness up to the solar plexus, which is where the ribs meet in the center of your belly. Breathing in yellow energy and just your power chakra. And bringing your awareness further up into the heart chakra. Between the breasts, the color is green, like emeralds, opening your chest. The heart chakra regulates the heart and the lungs. And this is where we really need to focus our energies to strengthen our immune system. Expand and open and let the wings of your angelic self expand as the shoulder blades open up. And bringing your awareness up further into the throat center. This is the bottleneck. This is where we have learned to shut up or to not speak, to not ask. So open up. Even energetically imagine the neck area as wide as the shoulders. Being able to hear your own divine knowing self and to be able to speak your truth. And the color is aquamarine blue. And it's really important, this throat center. The glandular system here is the thyroid. To be able to speak, to be able to have the power to speak your truth, to have the ability to have a strong metabolism, digest your food, and to convert it into your cell's energy. And into the third eye. How do I see as divinity sees, as my higher self sees? And the color is cobalt blue. How do I see as divinity sees? And it's 2020. It's the ability to see through the illusions of terror and fear, for example. Raising the energy up to the crown and amethyst violet. And what if we've been told that we are just this little girl, or just, in my case, just a little Chinese girl, rather than the divine being that we really are? So crown yourself this moment with the violet, beautiful amethyst, regal, royal. Be the divinity that you are. Be the power that you are. Crown yourself. Self-authorize yourself. And see as you breathe this beautiful tree that you are. Now I want you to now imagine at least 3 feet out from your sides, in front, and in your back, an energetic ball. You can actually use your hands and energetically intend and allow that you be in this protective healing bubble, protective healing field. This is your aura. And breathe in and express and press and see that energy all around you, a protective energetic egg. Now I want you to breathe in from your tailbone area and drop a grounding cord right to the center of the earth magnetic core. And let her anchor to the highest future self of the earth. You let yourself be in alignment with the earth's highest good. And from the crown, I want you to send a cord of light. It's called the silver cord that connects you to your divinity, to your higher self. I want to welcome all of you. You, your higher self, your spirit guides, the ascended masters, Jesus Christ, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Lord Maitreya, Isis, Osiris, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Hiawatha, Merlin, Lady of the Lake, Radha, Krishna. Thank you. Welcome. Let us be protected and guided by their wisdom. Thank you. I want to start with a little story. A story that I learned when I was in school 35 years ago. And it is what health is. So imagine an aquarium and there's a little fish. And that fish will continue to grow and be well and prosper in its life as long as you feed it very nourishing food and that you got a pump to release and take all the shit out. And it has a pump that brings in oxygen and it takes away all its waste. It's very simple. What I have noticed is that with this is springtime. This is the time for rejuvenation. It's time to awaken from the deep sleep of winter. And I just want to say that it's a time to clean that fish pond out. And one of the things that I've been doing is that we have these maple trees here, and I've been collecting sap. And it is a native tradition to clean your body and detoxify as you drink this beautiful sap. And so it's really important that we think about detoxification. And there are many things. Your naturopathic doctor, myself, have been telling people, yeah, you can fast, you can do various short fasts, many things. Drinking more water, getting out in the sunshine, getting breathing, many things. But one of the most important things that I have focused on in my practice is emotional toxins. And right now, we are inundated with terror and fear. And they're one of the most toxic of things. If you are fearful, whatever good food you eat won't be digested. It will actually turn into acid waste. So it's really important that you be responsible for the emotions that you are surrounded by. And so I know I'm going to give you a lot of tools, but one of the things is, who does this belong to? And 1, 2, 3, shoo. That's really important. But if you feel fear in the news or around, your sister or your brother or other people, it can only get to you if it is resonating inside you. So the key thing here now is to release those things inside you. It's just like this. If you own a red car, which is what we had a red beetle bug, then you're going to see all sorts of red beetle bugs around. Or if you suddenly bought anyways, whatever you're resonating with, you will attract. Okay? So it's really important for you to discharge all of the terror and fear that you actually have, that you've been programmed with. So I feel like I'm just talking to a computer right now. But so I'm going to do my best to guide you in a process to release negativity. Just so you can give some feedback to Julie. Would that be a good idea? Yes? A few nods? Okay. So I want to tell you a little something about me. I've been a yoga therapist. I was trained and certified, one of the first trained Kundalini yogis in Canada. So, um, so do your best to follow me, okay? And I will, at the end, try my best to put this stuff on paper for you. But we're going to do a process to eliminate negativity. Okay? So I'm going to do this invocation so that you are all protected and that you are safe. And the other thing is, I also want you to take responsibility that if anything is too uncomfortable, you don't do it. So, okay. Namo Guru Dev Namo Om Namo Guru Dev Namo Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. So, with your middle finger of your left hand, wrap it around the right ring finger. So what happens is the right hand looks like a little prong with the middle finger and index finger, and the left hand has the index finger. The most important thing is that this left middle finger is pulling on that ring finger of your right hand. Okay, so your hands, your arms are at the chest, and when you pull on that, you're going to pull as hard as you can without harm. And this is to help release the anger and get you back into equanimity. So just inhale and allow your breath to be long and deep. In the next breath, take the breath in and then hold it. And then let it all go. And you can shake out your shoulders a little bit. Shake out your hands. The next exercise, these are the magic mountains. This is when it's your cheekbone. It might be tender. It's a stomach acupuncture point. And stomach has a lot to do with worry. So this next exercise is you put the heel of your hands like you're holding it up. It might be tender. And in this position, just breathe long and deep. Next breath in, hold in. And let it go. Next exercise, left hand right over to the right side. So right over, and this is a wrist. You take the right hand, you grab a hold of that left arm. So the left arm goes right across the chest, and you just take long, deep breaths in. You pull as if wherever you're pulling, pull even a little more, just a little more, and you'll feel that stretch across the shoulders and the back. Next breath, breathe in and then hold. And let it go. And in between these exercises, you can just sit and breathe and feel the energy. The next exercise, I might have to turn my back. What you're doing is you're going to have a wrist lock. So a wrist is one hand holding the one wrist, the other hand holding the other wrist. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold that lock behind your back. And you're going to pull the wrist down toward the tailbone. So that's the position. And you'll feel the opening, the stretching in your chest, and the arms are straightened out. So in this position, just breathe and feel. Next breath, take a breath in and then hold. And let it go. Okay. If I'm correct, we only have 15 minutes left.
It's okay.
In that case, it might be a good time to ask some questions, because I could teach other things too, but let's see.
Okay.
Let's open it up for questions or concerns.
Okay, thank you. If anyone has any questions, you can put them in the chat or raise your hand. And I can unmute you.
What do you do
when your chest is very tight? The question is, what do you do when your chest is very tight? Renee.
Well, if it's very tight, it's because there's a lot of constriction in there. So you just do it. You just do it as much as you can. If you're just like that, then that's as far as you can go. Okay, but it does indicate that either you are protective and feeling unsafe, and so the shoulders tend to go like that, and rather than open and affecting your immune system. there's many things that you can do. I mean, here's a very simple technique that I learned from a Tibetan monk. Wherever you are in pain, you just take your hands, fingers, and just tap. So across those pectoral muscles, for example. And that will help alleviate it. It's a wonderful technique that whenever you're in Chinese medicine, we say that when there is pain, wherever there is pain, it's because there's congestion. So you just can tap along the sternum and across the to the shoulders, and that's where all that big pectoral muscle is. Okay, that helpful?
Yes, thank you, she said. If you have a question and you want to ask it, you can just tell us in the chat and I can unmute you as well. Natalie.
Okay.
Natty says, how is curious about jaw pain and how to alleviate that?
Jaw pain, it depends. It's a temporomandibular joint. You know, sometimes it's a misalignment there. Is it? Yeah. So it's also the emotions that come with that. So what you do is temporomandibular joint problems are like you just want to go, you know, you want to, you're angry, but you can't express it. So there's many, many ways to deal with jaw pain. But one of the things is, you can all do it with the, that is a good therapy, because it's like you've been told in your life, shut up, don't ask questions. You know, you yourself, even though your mother might not be telling you to just be shush, you actually hold back. So there's a lot of repressed emotions in the jaw. And so just that exercise. And there's another thing that's really wonderful is these are neurolymphatic holding points. You can just rub your hands together and then hold the jaw. And this particular holding position balances all the meridians. So there's lots going on. So, you know, that I would need to know more about why, but this will help a lot and relieve the whole body through just holding this jaw this way. Natalie, was that good enough?
Natty? Let's see. I think so. Yes, thanks. Okay, great. The next question was from Wendy about whether or not you're interested in holding remote sessions like this over one-on-one. I think you do, right?
I do. I see. Yeah. I've got clients outside of Canada and I do this. So yeah, I can do that, but I'm also willing to do more of these things if one is interested in it. Mm-hmm.
I hope that helps, Wendy. Well, that's okay, Natty. We unmuted you for a second. We missed you. No problem. There's another question from Heather. And it's about how can I improve my sleep? I'm having insomnia frequently. From Heather.
Okay. Heart disturbs mind. Heart disturbs mind. And when there is worry, you will not sleep. So there's many herbal things, but I think that just balancing the nervous system. So when you sleep, you sleep because your sympathetic system is resting and your parasympathetic system is active. So it means it's like, so let me put it this way. When your sympathetic system is active, you won't sleep. You're terrified, you're ready to run, you're ready to fight, or something like that. When your parasympathetic system is working, then you can rest and digest, eat, and recuperate, restore, renew. So how to balance that out would be a simple meditation of, if you want to balance the nervous system, the easiest way is doing alternate nostril breathing. The other way to do that is just lie on your right side and it'll automatically open up the left nostril, and then you will go into parasympathetic. So it's how simple it is take the thumb of your right hand and then pinch it with your the left with your ring finger. So you're like a little peg. So inhale through the left, close it up, open up the right, and let it out. Inhale through the right, plug it up, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, plug it up, exhale through the left, right. Do that. Do that for 11 minutes. And that will balance the left and right hemispheres of the brain. In fact, that's really very important. If you want to heal, you have to have your nervous system aligned first. So that's one way to do it. Hope that helped. Anything else?
There's a question from Salman. And Heather said, "Thank you, Eileen. It did help." If you can read it. I also made it so you could. Let's read this question. How can I best support my infant daughter who is noticing changes in life, like not being able to walk up to other people or play on the swings, but is too young to understand what is going on?
Is it because of the social distancing thing?
Salman, I unmuted you if you'd like to speak.
Yeah, and also other people being uncomfortable with, other people walking up to them. So you can see that when we go outside, she wants to walk up to people, but they, kind of cringe or walk away. And they've
Yeah,
also like closed off the swings, and she cries when she passes by them because she can't go and play on it. So, how to kind of support her through all of this without, making her feel like she has to change something about herself.
Okay, thank you, Salman. Yeah, it reminds me of a movie long time ago of this uh, Italian Jewish man who was in a concentration camp, and he had a little boy. And what happens is you have to make the situation as normal as possible. So you yourself not buy into that. So don't make it a big deal. Like you yourself as a parent, not make it a big deal. Children will if you make it a big deal, they'll make it a big deal too. And what happens is do your best to go out and play. And I know that people are gone nuts. You cannot get this, okay? You cannot get this. And the only reason why there's so many deaths, they're actually sick people already. And so don't buy into it, okay? So whoever owns this story that you're going to get it because you're touched this person or you touched this swing, it is just not possible.
Thank you, Eileen.
Okay.
Yes, the movie is Life is Beautiful.
Yeah, somebody knew it.
Robert, what's the name of the producer?
Yeah. Children are wonderful.
Benini.
Oh, yeah. Benini.
Robert Benini. Okay, any other questions? Did I miss any? There's more. It's our pleasure.
So
there's one more question, Eileen. Oh, and
yeah.
There was something that someone asked earlier quickly, whether or not this was going to be recorded. So yes, it's we're going to put it up on YouTube. It's already on Facebook Live, so the link will be available on Facebook Live right away on the Aura Medicine and Wellness Facebook. But we'll email out a link to YouTube and to all the participants. So you'll all get an email with the recording. So Sierra asked a question, does tapping help with pain anywhere?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I would like to finish this session with a something that I'd like to share with you. It comes from David Hawkins' book, Power versus Force. And maybe Dave will put this on this somewhere so you can access it. But be careful about who you hang out with and what is right about this situation of so-called lockdown. I mean, I want all of you to look at what's right about it, because we're all seeing that it shouldn't happen, or it's all not right. So I want, what's right? It could be an opportunity for us to go inside and listen deeply of what we as our souls have been asking us. You know, what if you ask the question, if you had so much time and you couldn't go anywhere to do the things that you don't really want to do, what would you be doing? And it's an opportunity to discover what you love, and or that there's some great talent that you have, or I see Heather Allen there. She could be writing and doing the things, what I call sharpen your tools, you know? It's time to sharpen your tools so that when things have changed, you'll be ready to take advantage of these things. So don't sit there and just mope and be victimized. Be empowered. So use this time. I see Elizabeth Willing. It's time for you to start painting, you know? Salman, finish your dissertation, you know? It's these things to do. So I no victim, okay? No freaking victim. It's a time to really empower yourself. If you are doing the things, hello, Esma, hello, sweetie. You know, it is so important that you feel the power of this situation rather than depressed and sad and miserable. Well, this little chart has it all. And it goes from our vibration and frequency. And the lowest on this frequency is logarithmic, is 20. And it the God view is despising. The self view is hateful. It is a level of shame. And the emotion is humiliation. Hey, she's got it. She's got it in her book. I recommended that book for her.
No, you gave it to me.
Oh. So it goes all the way up. And most of our society is at the is just about 200. Not all of us, but most of us. And it takes courage. It takes heart. It takes courage to choose differently, to go against the grain. Everybody's going down into the abyss, and it takes courage not to. So that's at 200. But what happens is we can go higher and higher to love and joy and peace. And that will happen as we raise our frequency. So whatever you do, I want all of you to look in your life and see what fun there is. Put a smile on your face and you'll feel better. And I'm going to have Dave Sarang saying, send out to you all George Carlin, okay? And you need to do this and have a good laugh, and you will be fine. Okay? So lots of laughter, and he's not politically correct, but shit on politically correct, okay? I want you to watch it, have a great belly laugh, because as my spiritual teacher once said, you can't be angry and laugh at the same time. Okay? So we'll send that out to you too. Any last minute questions? So I want all of you, play piano, drum. I know Salman, you can drum and sing and do what brings joy, because we are all connected, and we have been all isolated because people think that we're isolated. We're not isolated. We are connected. Like all the trees, even though they look like they're separate trees, they are all connected. Energetically, we are all connected. So laugh a lot, raise your vibration, and what happens is this. When people are terrified and you don't raise your frequency, then you will easily go into terror too. But what happens is when you're laughing and listening to George Carlin, then it don't matter. Okay? So go look outside. Look at your beautiful child. Look at the trees. Look at the blooming, I don't know, in Toronto there might be some blooms, but we have a little thing sticking out, and they're my daffodils, you know? So look at beauty, and you will start resonating with beauty. And what will happen is more beauty will come into your life. That's simple. Got it? Okay. Anything else? I can talk for a long time.
People got it. Yes.
And what I would like is, if you would like me to do more of this stuff, I would, we could rearrange it with Julie, and we can do it again. And Julie, thank you very much for having this venue or a way to reach out to people. And
Thank you. Thank you so much, Eileen. Thank you. Okay, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Hey, there's Lisa. There's Lisa. Hello, Lisa.
You can
Joan.
unmute.
Hello, Joan.
You can unmute yourselves if you want.
Nice to see you all.
Hey, Joan.
Wow.
Hey, I just saw Jacqueline. Jacqueline, I just saw you. Jacqueline.
Yay. Where's Esmond?
Esma is
The baby.
the baby. She's at home in Toronto.
Oh, I saw she wasn't she here on Zoom?
She was. I guess her mama took her away.
Ah, next time. So nice to see everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for showing up.
Thank you so much. I feel so light, so happy. Yay. Okay. Till the next time.
Be the change that you would like. Be
I will.
the change that you would like. Okay?
Will.
You are all to be empowered to be the change. This is a great time